Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. As I was going for my comic books, I was able to take advantage of some really nice deals at a Blockbuster, plus some things I found at Goodwill, at Big Lots, and Swap Meet and Oberwheels finds. So, like always, I wanted to share my haul with you guys, so let's get started. First off, I want to talk about these little beauties here. A few months ago, I was lucky enough to find the first American editions of the first Harry Potter books. So I was able to get 1 through 5. Actually, I was able to get 1 through 4, and then 5 came later on. But I was missing 6 and 7, which is the Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows. And I got it. I've never found the hardcover editions, and I was getting really desperate to complete the series. So I was actually thinking of buying them in the softcover edition. But thankfully, this weekend, this lady had them. She sold them to me for a really good price, and they are awesome. Again, this is Year 6, Harry Potter and the Secret of the Half-Blood Prince. Um, like before, I mentioned, this is the hardcover, first American edition. Just love the feel of a hardcover. Really, really cool. And the story is actually better than on the movie, which tends to happen with books. And I got the Deathly Hallows, Year 7, also, first American edition, hardcover. The only problem with this one is that, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's really beat up here. This thing that covers them is really beat up, but other than that, the book is okay. And, I am a obsessed freak on keeping things as minty as I can. Like my good pal David Lee T says, minty fresh. So I already put these books on this protective sleeve. Gotta protect your investments. So yeah, really, really happy I was able to find the two last Harry Potter books in first American edition hardcovers, because these are actually getting really hard to find, I've discovered. So yeah. Also, as I was going for my comic books, I stepped into a Blockbuster, and they had this insane sale where you could buy 3 games for 20 bucks or 5 games for 30 bucks. So I picked up all the cool games that they had at that Blockbuster. They had some more, of course, but they weren't as cool, so I only picked up the ones that I thought were better. And the only Wii game they had there that piqued my interest was the remake of the classic N64 game GoldenEye. It's a remake of the original, better graphics. They actually switched out Pierce Brosnan, who was in the movie and the original game, for the new Bond, Daniel Craig. I'm not happy about that, but it's a remake, so it kind of makes sense. The graphics do look a lot better, obviously. The motion control works good. I have not had a chance to play the multiplayer, but it's a good, well, for what it is, it's a good remake. Activision did a good job with this one. It kind of loses that charm the 64 game had, but it's still a good game. Next game I bought Dante's Inferno, the Divine Edition. This really is like God of War in Hell, but the art design in Hell is really cool. Each level of Hell has this really interesting and dark look to it, and it has the theme of the sin where the guy's traveling to. So, even though it is a God of War knockoff, it's a pretty good one, I think. So, yeah, I liked it. Finally was able to pick up Dead Space. It's a game I've actually been meaning to get for a long time. Heard a lot of really good things about this game, and finally saw it at a really, really good price. This game is basically... Think of what would happen if you combined Metroid with Fatal Frame, and you would get an idea what this game is. It's an old game, so you probably have heard about it, but it really is a really, really tense game. I really liked it a lot. Next game I picked up is Bulletstorm, the limited edition. This is a sci-fi shooter. You go into this planet that's like resort of some sorts, but it's overrun by terrorists. So you and your team go around shooting everything on sight. And it's kind of like, it has like this arcade feel where if you combo shots or you do certain things, you rack up points. So it's a fun game. I liked it. Obviously, I didn't pay this. Each game cost me like $6 with that sale, so I thought that was cool. But yeah, picked up a Dragon Age Origins. For $6, I picked up this massive RPG. The problem with RPGs is that you have to invest a lot of time. But for $6, I thought, 100 plus hours of playtime was well worth it. This is a game developed by BioWare. Heard a lot of good things about it, so yeah, really happy to got that. Picked up UFC 2010. I already have 2009, but this obviously has more improvements. It has more characters. It has more modes. The only thing that sucks is that you have to buy the online option. You have to cough up $10 to play to play online, which is really lame. But it cost me $6, so $10 for the online. I didn't think it was that bad, but it's really fun. The the animation is actually a little weird compared to the first one. Your boxer moves kind of weird on certain occasions. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. But it has, like I said, more characters. I actually, with my brother, we recreated the last UFC where Cain Velasquez lost to Dos Santos. That match sucked. I, I was so psyched out about the match, and it lasted less than a minute, which was lame. But really good game. Yeah. Picked up finally Ultimate Alliance. I've been meaning to get this one for the Wii, but either I always see the disc scratched, or the box is all messed up, or it's really really expensive. I don't know what it is about the Wii version that's so expensive, but um, love the X-Men Legend games on the GameCube, and this has the whole part of the Marvel universe. You can make a team with Spidey, Cap, Wolverine, Thor, Iron Man, The Thing, Moon Knight, and Ghost Rider, Elektra, Daredevil. All your favorite characters got put into this, and you go around doing missions and everything. It's hack and slash RPG. So yeah, really happy I was able to find it. Again, I would have preferred it on the Wii, but for the price I got and for the PlayStation 3, I'm not complaining. Last game I picked up is Fight Night Round 4. This is the only last game they had that participated in the sale, and that piqued my interest. And this is a really good game. It's kind of hard to control because you control the punches with the right analog stick. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty fun. And you can pit legends against legends, like Muhammad Ali against Mike Tyson. Me and my brother were playing this, and we pitted Julio Cesar Chavez, which is like a big boxer here in Mexico, against Manny Pacquiao. Um, and again, diverting from the topic, I'm really upset also out of that boxing match. I had little respect. I had little respect for the sport of boxing, as it is. And then after that, the way they stole the match from Marquez to give it to Pacquiao, I have no respect for boxing at all now. But this game is actually pretty awesome. The only problem is, again, you have to buy options online, and you can unlock more characters online. But EA is insane. They're charging a lot of money for their boxer, so I'll keep the game as it is. Picked up some movies. Always on the lookout for good movies. Picked up Wild Things, starring Kevin Bacon, Neve Campbell, and Denise Richards. Really interesting movie, and it has a really good scene with Neve Campbell. If you've seen this movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. And it stars Bill Murray as well, so he's this sleazy lawyer. And any movie with Bill Murray is freaking awesome. Picked up Basic Instinct, starring Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone. I'd forgotten how intense this movie is. There are some scenes where I had to lower the volume just so the neighbors wouldn't hear some of it. But yeah, I've forgotten how intense this movie is, but a really good movie. Picked up Donnie Darko. Another really interesting movie. It deals with time travel. It deals with teen angst. A really good movie. And the end song, the song they play at the last minutes of this, really awesome. So really good movie. Picked up Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, starring Mike Myers and Elizabeth Hurley. Uh, Elizabeth Hurley's hot in this movie. I think this one and Bedazzle are the movies where she's at her hottest. And Mike Myers is really awesome as Austin Powers and Doctor Evil. Just a really really funny movie. I really like that one. The first and the second one I liked. The third one I didn't much care for it. Picked up Pulse. This is an American remake of a Japanese movie, a Japanese horror movie. After the success of The Ring, they started doing that a lot. Any Japanese movie they would remake with American actors. This one's not as cool. It has some good scares, but it's not as cool as The Ring. But it stars Kristen Bell, and I kind of have a thing for Kristen Bell, so just for that, I definitely picked it up. Picked up the Transporter 2, starring Jason Statham. Funny that I don't own the first one, but the Transporter series are actually pretty cool. I'm actually trying to track down the first one for a while. And Crank, the first Crank I thought was also pretty awesome. Picked up The Pursuit of Happiness. Not a big fan of this movie. I'm not a big fan of movies where, I go to the movies to have fun. I like to see things blow up, or I like to have a good scare, or I like to see sci-fi movies, or comedies, or animated movies. But these type of movies where the main character goes through all this crap and then he does have his happy ending at the end. I don't know. Those kind of movies are not my thing. But all in all, it's a good movie, and Will Smith is really, really good in this movie. Picked up at Big Lots. I picked up Scrooge, starring Bill Murray, another really cool Bill Murray movie. I'm a big fan of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, and this is like a modern take on it. Well, a modern when it was done in the 80s. Starring Bill Murray, he's this evil TV executive, and he gets visited by the three ghosts and everything. But this is a really, really good movie. I remember watching it as a kid, and I was just really, really happy with it. I'm really happy to add it to the collection because it's one of the last Bill Murray movies I wanted. So yeah, really happy about that. Picked up also at Big Lots Hostel Part 2. Might have mentioned this before, not a big fan of torture porn. Much like with The Pursuit of Happiness and the movies of like, this is like a psychological torment. I don't want to see someone go through all that crap. Same thing with these type of movies. This is like physical torture where they literally torture people, like in the Saw movies. But Saw actually was, at least the first three I thought were better. But comparing this one to the first one, I actually like the second one better, which is also weird because usually the first one's better than the second one. But for me, within these type of movies, the second one is way better than the first one. But again, not a big fan of this type of horror. And the last movie I picked up is the last Christopher Nolan movie I was tracking down, Memento. I've never seen this in the wild. I actually found it at a Goodwill. And this is an awesome movie. It's about this detective that has this condition where he can't make new memories. No, he can't remember anything new. He only remembers the point where he had his accident and his wife was killed. So he's trying to track down the guy that killed his wife, but he can't remember anything. So he has this file where he has things written down, and he has to take pictures of people who he remembers who they are, and he has tattoos all over his body giving him clues. It's a really good movie. Like I said, this is the last Christopher Nolan movie I wanted, and I needed to complete the collection. And Christopher Nolan is an awesome director. He also wrote the story to this. So if you like movies like The Dark Knight and Inception, definitely give this one a watch. So yeah, that was the collection pickup video. A lot of really good things to watch. Hours and hours of fun. Like always, I do like to make a recommendation on the whole. So movie-wise, it's a tie between Memento and Scrooge. And game-wise, I'm gonna go with UFC Undisputed, mostly because we're having a lot of fun. Me and my brothers are having a lot of fun with this one. Just really, really cool. And also gonna go with Dead Space. Really freaky, freaky game, but lots of fun. So yeah. That was the collection pickup video. Like always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.